You know, that heavy, silent weight that just kind of settles into a room when someone you love lets you down again? We usually think trust gets broken by massive, dramatic betrayals. But honestly, more often than not, it's the empty promises that take a tremendous emotional toll on our personal relationships. They act like this slow-motion wrecking ball, quietly but relentlessly destroying the foundation of trust we share with the people we care about the most. Today, we're taking a deep, calm dive into the mechanics of this exact dynamic in this explainer.
And that brings us to a truly profound, reflective question from our source material. Can I fix my relationships by finally keeping all my promises? It's a core dilemma, right? So many of us face this when we realize the damage we've caused, or maybe the pain we've endured. We're going to explore exactly how to navigate the journey of repair today. But before we get into it, I want to give a massive warm welcome back to all of our returning subscribers. Seriously, your support means the world. And if you're a new viewer joining us, kindly subscribe and hit that bell button. That way you'll be the absolute first to receive notifications the next time I upload a new explainer. All right, let's dive right in.
You see, the source text makes it incredibly clear, seemingly small broken promises absolutely add up over time. It's that minor negligence, consistently showing up 15 minutes late, forgetting to grab the groceries, or just missing those small daily tasks. It piles up. Over months and years, these tiny fractions of neglect literally chip away at the foundation of trust, creating a really deep-seated unease. But on the flip side, we have to recognize that small acts of reliability are actually what build long-term intimacy. So, if we want to reverse feelings of deep resentment and disappointment, we've got to start paying serious attention to the small stuff.
To help get us there, here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, the foundation of trust. Number 2, types of empty promises. 3, the impact of manipulation. And finally, restoring genuine integrity.
Let's jump into section 1, the foundation of trust, and specifically, the emotional disconnect.
I really want to acknowledge the valid pain, the sheer frustration, and the confusion that happens when commitments are habitually dropped. If you're listening to this as someone actively trying to overcome past trust issues, please know that the feelings of disrespect and resentment you're experiencing are completely natural responses to a fractured foundation. Just look at this sharp contrast here. On the receiver side, you feel unvalued, disrespected, and you genuinely wonder if your partner even cares anymore. But on the maker's side, they're often completely unaware. They think they're doing okay, or worse, they think their partner is just being way too sensitive. This massive lack of self-awareness drives such a painful wedge between couples. Repairing trust definitely strengthens bonds between romantic partners, but it absolutely requires the promise maker to wake up and bridge that emotional disconnect with real, genuine empathy.
Moving on to section 2, types of empty promises, and identifying the pattern. To fix this whole dynamic, we've got to put on our analytical hats and recognize the specific psychological patterns behind why people fail to meet their commitments in the first place. The source outlines 3 main categories of empty promises, and you can kind of view these as steps escalating in severity. Step 1 is unintentional promises, Step 2 is habitual promises, and Step 3 involves manipulative promises. As we go through these, I want you to start reflecting on whether you can spot these dynamics in your own relationships, whether it's coming from you or from someone else.
So, the crucial point here is understanding the root cause. For unintentional promises, the root cause is usually just forgetfulness or poor planning. The fix? It requires simple strategies for tracking your personal promises daily. Think about using a shared digital calendar or a habit tracking app. But when we look at habitual promises, the psychology completely changes. The source explains that habitual breaking requires much deeper self-reflection. It stems from a profound lack of self-awareness or maybe a chronic people-pleasing tendency to overcommit. If you find yourself in this category, you really need to pause and ask yourself, why do I feel the need to say yes when I know my schedule is already completely full?
All right, section 3. The impact of manipulation, when promises control.
We need to shift into a more serious gear right now because we have to discuss the darkest and honestly most damaging reason people make commitments they have absolutely no intention of keeping. Manipulative promises happen when someone uses commitments as a tactic to literally control or guilt trip others. Why do people use this as a control tactic? Well, psychologically, it keeps the receiver on the hook. You're constantly waiting, hoping, and relying on the promise maker's eventual compliance. As the text clearly states, this severely erodes trust and creates a highly toxic relational dynamic. Manipulation entirely destroys the safe, supportive environment that is an absolute requirement for healthy connection and emotional intimacy. If promises are being used as a weapon of control in your life, that is a pattern that requires immediate, incredibly firm boundaries.
Let's turn to Section 4, Restoring Genuine Integrity, Rebuilding Trust Step by Step. As your supportive coach through this explainer, I want to pivot our focus to the really inspirational part of this research. How can we actively and deliberately restore our reputation for reliability? Let's start with this incredibly powerful excerpt directly from the text. Consistent follow-through, even on small commitments, is foundational to trust and respect. I absolutely love this quote because it highlights that healing doesn't begin with expensive vacations or these grand sweeping gestures. Healing begins with small, daily acts of reliability. It's taking out the trash when you said you would. It's making that phone call in time. To build on that, here is a clear checklist for keeping future commitments consistently. Number 1, be fiercely mindful of your commitments, which means you must deliberately avoid overpromising. Number 2, be considerate of others' needs by implementing simple strategies for tracking your personal promises daily, so nothing slips through the cracks. And number 3, address the root causes of your past failures with radical honesty. I highly encourage you to practice these steps and embrace this greater mindfulness before you guarantee anything to the people around you.
And I want to reassure you right now, it is not about being perfect. Personal growth and self-awareness don't require flawless execution right out of the gate. What they do require is a sincere commitment to genuine integrity. Rebuilding damaged connections is really about showing up authentically and proving, day by day, that your intentions are actually backed by your actions.
Of course, life happens, right? Curveballs get thrown and commitments do fall through. When you can keep a promise, you do your absolute best. But when you cannot, you must learn how to communicate effectively. The key is to communicate openly and honestly as soon as humanly possible about why the plan changed. This prioritized, transparent communication acts like a pressure release valve. It mitigates resentment before it even has a chance to form. The beautiful outcome of all this hard work is truly profound. By becoming someone others can actually count on, you create a profoundly safe environment. You foster supportive love, and you build highly resilient relationships. It is these consistent daily actions that cultivate much deeper emotional intimacy in our partnerships. Keeping small commitments isn't just about checking items off a to-do list. It's the absolutely vital step toward creating the secure emotional environment we all deeply crave.
So, I want to leave you with a provocative question for your own self-reflection. Have you ever struggled with empty promises in your relationships? Take a calm moment to think about your own integrity of intent. I would absolutely love to hear your stories. As we wrap up this explainer, I'm asking you directly, please like this explainer and drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Thank you so much for learning with me today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.